seen the videos in the background and wondered what it was?
Oh, it's freezing. So when the Christmas special comes, every one of you watching, there's going to be loads of hundreds of stuff we're giving away. So you've got to be in it, and there's a chance of winning some pennies. That'd be nice for Christmas, wouldn't it?
All right, Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis, why? Have you ever seen this in the videos in the background and wondered what it was? Not that man down there. That car under all that pile of rubbish. We're going to unsheet it and we're going to do some work on it today because we've got a deadline now. It's cold this time of year and Christmas is coming up and we need your help. So go buy a hat or go buy a jumper or go buy a mug or go buy a sticker. We have loads of merch. The link's down below. You go buy some merch. You support the channel massively, and we have a Patreon as well. You give £1 a month. It means we can start spending a bit more time off normal grinding boring work and film wicked content for you. The wing mirror is finished. We're still sorting out. We need to get this sorted out so we can get on. But it's nice and early in the morning, so we're going to get on and then we can get the Cavalier just out. And then I'll show you what we're going to do and a bit about it, because none of you will really know unless you're hardcore fans and been subscribed for ages. This is our Vauxhall Cavalier. It is on an N-Reg, which is a 1995 on the UK spec. And it was a 1.8 petrol engine that produced a massive, staggering 90 brake horsepower. In 2019, we did a charity fun run called Benidorm or Bust, and we was meant to do it again last year in 2020, but obviously COVID hit, which stopped us from doing anything. So we've actually got signed back on for doing it next year, which is at the date of the 14th of May. The 14th of May. But last year we thought we'd start doing something. When we were starting out with the YouTube channel, we came up with an idea to put an engine in there to convert it to diesel. A 1.7 CDTI out of an Astra H van. Now, if you're all going to scream at me saying 1.9, we had a Mint running 1.7, so that's what it's getting. So we've converted it, we started converting it anyway, and then things just COVID happened and things got bad and it just got pushed in the corner. But now we have the date for next year, so we need to get it pushed on. Now, all of you that like the TT, for Sam to get on with anything on the TT, I need to finish all the bodywork. But for Sam to get on with the Cavalier, I've just got to finish one gearbox mount. So if we get the one gearbox mount finished today, then Sam can get the engine pulled out and he can start putting in all the canvas wiring harness out the Astra H van. And then I can be on with that, and Sam could be on with that, and you can be having lots of content over the Christmas period. We also have a Christmas special coming up, and we've got tons of giveaways. There's going to be loads of giveaways. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you click subscribe, turn the notification bell on, so when the Christmas special comes, every one of you watching, there's going to be loads of stuff, hundreds of stuff we're giving away. So you've got to be in it. And there's a chance of winning some pennies. That'd be nice for Christmas, wouldn't it? When we had the 1.8 petrol in it, the original engine, it was so reliable. Sam did all ahead, but the thing was, it just had to stop at every fuel station. It was so greedy. And it was so hot. There's no air con. So we're going to fit the air con out of it. We've got it's the 6-speed gearbox, isn't it? So we've got the 6-speed gearbox, the aircon, and the fuel efficiency. I've done this engine mount. I've just got to boxing the arch. I maybe took a bit too much out there, but I've had some mega time to think about it for the last few days. I'm actually going to take that part of the chassis leg out, back to the inner bit, and bring it right down, and then piece in the original van piece of chassis leg, and then box it all, clean it all up, make it proper strong. So once we've got them mounts done, I'm not too worried about the dogleg mounts either side on the gearbox. Sam can pull the engine out and then start working all the harness out and where to get through for the aircon and the heaters, all that sort of stuff. Now the steering rack is staying the same, the hubs are staying the same, because the shafts go into that gearbox. Everything lines up mint, so there's nothing to worry about there. All we've got to do is convert electric power steering to power that rack, and then obviously work out all the loom, getting all that through. But that isn't my job.
Is it going to have cruise?
That's Sam's job. Does it have cruise on the van? But you can add them very easy on the Vauxhall. You could add cruise control to this. Is it fly-by-wire? Yeah. Well, you can add cruise. If not, I'll get you a piece of wood and you can just chop that in between the dash when you're driving along, singing your song. So with the Benidorm Bus Rally, there is a few sponsors we're looking at for it. Now, I've got something really close to my heart, and I dare say Sam's got something really close. So I reckon we'll be doing a Just Givings for the 2 charities that we're going to raise money for, doing Benidorm a bus next year. And hopefully there'll be no lockdowns, nothing will go wrong, and we can actually get out this country and have some fun. Because the first one we did, we have a full playlist down below. If you want to go watch it, it is funny to see where the channel has come from 2019 to now. So go check it out. There's links down below to Benidorm a bus. If you want to enter, I'm sure there'll be some entry fees if you want to get your team sorted out and do a car. You can take anything. Your normal road car, it doesn't have to be a banger car or something special. You can actually leave it in Benidorm and scrap it and get the plane back if you want. But we like to go up to Bilbao, from Benidorm to Bilbao, get on the ferry, overnight on the ferry, have a few jars. You know about the Cavalier now. You know where to go check everything out. Let's just stick it on a time lapse. We need to get it moved out. So over the December, because we go quiet, I can work on the TT. Sam can work on the Cavalier, and we could just mix match between the two to get as much content out for you as possible over the Christmas period. That's the plan. We've got a bit of room now to work round. So basically, I got this mount sorted. All I had to do was drill and put some captives into the chassis leg and literally just bend the chassis leg just back to get the mount off. So what I'll be doing is I'll be bringing some steel along here, round there, sort of finishing down, and then a piece down there. So that'll be sort of boxing and tidied. That's only the way lads. We didn't really touch much of the structure of the chassis leg. It was just the things we bent down. So all this would get welded up in here, and then we get plated up. Just box it up, stop all the water getting at us, and then we've just got to get a jack under. I just need to sit that engine just so it's not pulling on the shafts. So we've got the right. That engine actually goes forwards a little bit more, so it tilts. The dogleg mount for the front will be easy enough to do. See, just will come off that front cross member. I'll make my own mount off the front cross member that goes on there. It's bolted either side, and the same at the back. You can't really see without a torch, but they've got that part of the subframe there which I can work off to get the back mount. The dogleg mounts are easy. This, I was unsure, trying to work out what to do, whether I'd just change my mounts, but that sort of needs to be in there. So, but what I'll do is I'll just change his chassis leg so it comes up more. As long as we're not going past here where the strength is. All this I can make as strong as out. So that leg, it's a year since we've done this. Now, I can't remember how that goes on. I really can't. I'm going to have a look, being ages. I think that goes on the gearbox and then that works off. But I think the best thing to do, if I cut this out, get me my space, and then I can work on putting the Astra H leg in there, getting it fully stitched up and getting it nice and plated up. So we'll be keeping the strength and the structure in the front. The rigidity, that's a word. It's a big word for me to say that. But it's had a back before. So we might try and sort this out. We didn't do any of this repair work, so we might try and see if we've got a bit more time to get a new panel, to put a new panel in, because that's been smashed in there, and then somebody's obviously welded in from there to put that in, which is proper bodgy, but it's an old Cavalier. It's got to have gone through its wars. So Sam's just picking away through stuff inside, just tidying up, because you'll have to work out in the previous one, we got the dash in near enough. We need to take a bit of the dash off to try and get the dash forward, so cut a bit of the front of the dash to get it forward. But to do that, we've got to make sure the Astra H heaters can fit in there without fouling, you know, because we want the aircon, we want the heaters, we want everything out the Astra H with the aircon, obviously, when we're going across the country in boiling hot temperatures, knowing as it'll snow. So Sam's just working his stuff out. Are you feeling confident you can have it all up and running, mate, in time?
No.
No? I love your confidence, mate, today.
Just have to take something else if it doesn't work.
I like your commitment and your spirit, you know. You're always full of energy.
Yeah?
Yeah, people love your energy on the channel. They're always saying how we're so excited about doing stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good then, isn't it?
You got nothing more to say?
No.
With a cling spar, there is a hell of a lot of cutting and butchering to do. So let the butchering commence.
What you got for us, Gwen?
Oh, loads of freebies, mate.
Yeah? What is it? What you got?
A few bits in here, look. Couple of cups, woolly hat, some notepads and pens.
I think somebody else is going to own them, aren't they? They'll love them, won't they?
Hopefully, mate.
And some bits and pieces so we can get on with the Cavalier build, eh?
Yeah, get some drill bits, get some holes drilled.
As long as Colin doesn't bust them all.
Yeah, keep them nice and sharp, don't let them blunt them.
Sam's just been living life today. What day is it?
Well, it's Christmas dinner there. It's
Christmas dinner.
one that's committed.
Yeah, well, I've got to try and sell merch to put food on the table. He's been and taken out the pedal box out the van, and he's got all the dashboard stripped down, everything. So there's nothing where any of the original Cavalier bits were. And for its age, it isn't that bad. Busting out a bit here. This is the time when we got the interior, maybe sort a few bits out like this. But for its age, for the 1995, it's pretty good. So yeah, I'll just get on. Hello. Yeah, that hole will be getting filled up. I'll see if I can cut it out, gash it out in situ. Could it the Cavalier? Known as the Cavalier, if you don't know this is called the Cavalier. Look at that. And to say it was painted in a day quickly, it's held up pretty good. It's not a bad finish. I've never flatted and polished it. It's literally got painted white, chuck the orange straight on top. So you get that crisp colour. You don't have to put so much orange on as well. Are you looking forward to going back to Benidorm?
No.
Are you not?
I don't want to go back on that boat.
You're going to have to go on the boat. I'll take you on the plane.
Scrap it.
I'll take you on the plane.
Might scrap it.
I might go do some gardening for a few days at my mum's, and I'll drop you off at the airport and you can fly on your own.
It's fine, it's no problem.
Right, it's film.
Oh, we have to.
I'm glad I did it that way because where it's connected to the wheel arch isn't very strong anyway, so we're going to get some more strength put back in that. So basically I've chopped that part of the leg off, and that's where it's attached to the arch, you see. So we'll make sure when we're working, we come over. If I have to take the rest of that battery tray off down there, that's fine. I might have to weld that, or no, we might be changing that to something different for the battery, I don't know. But that's what we've taken out of there. Okay, so we've got that out there. That's exposed. I'm going to try and get round it and clean up as best as I can with the engine in situ. Clean up the other part of the chassis leg from the other car. It's going to give us a bit more clearance on the gearbox as well. We'll probably have to build up because I think that leg will sit higher up. So we'll just end up having to build something across the top. Which if we do, we're going to probably have to sacrifice something there. But we'll work it out. It's all a stab in the dark. It's no show car build, this is just for practicality, but I'll still want to make it structurally strong. Whatever, blah de blah, happy days, stuff everywhere. But we're getting the workshop sorted out. We're getting tidy there. Lewis is working away nice and hard in the background. Right, Lewis? Nobody wants to see you emptying a time lapse on the shelf today. Sorry, mate, don't be upset. No. Are you sure? Don't want some tissues? Yeah. I haven't got any, you'll have to do some blue roll. Right, let's just do some more head scratching. But I've taken enough out now to work out, so we need to get the engine on the engine crane just to make sure we've got the shafts running nice and level and the engine sat where we need to be. Get that sort of mounted, get that tacked in place securely, then we can pull the engine out, then I can finish all that off and make that nice. on, nip her up. Nip her up. Oh, I think that'll be all right, mate. We need to find the proper one with a key to turn the gas on. It's a different bottle, isn't it? So, we can't breathe on the car now. Everything's set. So where this is, we will get it tacked in place and then we'll overlay and work around it. Just like how it was built, you see. The original parts were laid in and then it was overlaid. So we will overlay. There's probably about 3 bits of steel in there and we'll look on putting that back again. So that's all the strength, you see. So we will probably go from the leg on a piece of steel, come all the way along over and then stitching all the way along here and then along here, maybe do a little bit of an angle bit and then I'll probably lose that corner off, so when the engine's out we can plate across there and then we can plate the same thing again across there, cap it in, and it'll be the same thing underneath. So put loads of strength back in there, but that now is perfect. Got the shafts where we need to be, got the engine sat where we need to be, and we just need to get that welded in, then the engine can come out and then all this can be made nice and tidy, because the other side's done, but when the other side's out, so I can put that mount back in and I can get this all plated up and welded up, looking nice. Sam's messing about with the massive heater box out the H, working things out. Are you getting there, mate?
I'm starting to modify the pedal box.
Ooh, he's on with the pedal box. Lewis took the pedal box off. All by yourself, didn't you, Lewis? Have you got the gear cables out?
No.
Why not? What have you done to that?
I broke it.
Well,
I don't know how to do it.
it needs to go in a bin. Say goodbye, Tack Life, and give it a send off. Yeah, it's broken. That's lasted a year, and we've hammered it loads, and it was cheap. So I'll buy another one of them for that. But I was a bit rough on that chassis leg.
Say bye, Tack Life. Say bye.
No, with some meaning. Bye, Tack Life, have a good life.
Bye, Tack Life. Have a good life.
Thanks for everything you've done for us.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you've done.
The mount's in, I've tacked it in, taken the engine crane out the way. So what we're going to do now is jack it up, take the wheels off, take the drive shafts out, whip the engine out, then I can actually get all this strengthened up and tidied up properly as we're meant to be. Very, very nice. Hey, look at me, Lewis, and say, hey baby, my crews don't work.
Hey, baby.
No, look at me. Hey baby.
Hey, baby.
My crews don't work.
My crews don't work.
Right, I want you to say these words after me, right? I want you to say the word beer, then the word can, and then the word sandwich. Are you ready? Say it all in one go. Now.
Beer can sandwich.
Yeah, man. Right, get this car jacked up, get the wheels off, the shafts out. Do you want me to be on fire duty, Sam?
I've lost the thing.
You've lost what?
I've lost it.
What, your little circle? Yeah. Did you not get a magnet?
Yeah.
Did you really have a magnet on it?
But I needed a bigger one. But now I've dropped it.
That is the engine out. So we've got the engine out. I've got access to get all this capped off, get it all finished. The battery tray, luckily, I'll be able to weld that back up. I'm going to make a quick brew in a Shine Automotive mug. You can buy one in the link down below. I'm really happy with where I've got the engine sitting now. Let's get some welding done. Holy moly, I didn't realise it was that late. I'm surprised my neighbours, it's gone 9 o'clock at night. I've just been in the zone listening to Danny Howard. I can't finish doing underneath. I'm struggling with the subframe and how the car isn't very high for the floor. So with the engine out, it ain't going to be that hard to get it onto the 2-post ramp. So I think, what are you crying for? We're going home soon. I didn't realise it was too late. Oh, Daddy, it's so late, I won't go home. Right, so it's done, this side. I just need to do that side and then underneath. So it's triple plated, all up there. I've just lathered it with some zinc primer, and I'll just sand that down because I will put a beader sealer up there. Obviously, I've got to grind all this back and I've got to sort out in there. Can you see it's all bodgy? The arch isn't very clever, so I think I'm going to end up I'll cut this piece out there and then I'll redo the lip there, and then we can get it stitched up well. So when we come on to this side, I'll get the mount on, get all that done. Don't forget, there's a link down below to WeTransfer. Right, in the last couple of episodes I've been saying, because we're at 10,000 subscribers, we want to give something back to you. So if you need your car fixing or your mate needs car fixing, it's been off the road for a year, drop a video to WeTransfer down below, a little bit about your car, what it wants doing, and we'll be selecting the best one, or the one we feel that needs it more. If your car's been off the road for 15 years, it ain't got a floor pan in it. That's not going to happen. We haven't got thousands of pounds to spend. The engine will go in and out a couple more times, and then we'll spend a bit of time tidying the engine bit. Probably just do it in satin black. But there's a few crusty bits I want to clean down with a wire wheel from Clean Sport. These are wicked, but make sure you've got gloves and goggles on, because if they get caught in the area, you know about it. That's been easier than I thought to do, but it's done now. It's capped off. Just looks like the chassis leg's meant to go down there. That bulges out. So when that's gone off, I can sand it down, put some seam sealer in there, and it'll look good. Obviously got to sort underneath out. Yeah, wicked. I've trashed the place. But do you know what? I'm just going to come in tomorrow and clean it. It's late now and I don't want to be upsetting the neighbours. Come on, Dad, I just want to go home. Won't be no flying machine, but it's going to be a economy machine. That's the one. And we've got some trick things Sam's going to do with the dashboard as well. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like this sort of thing, and drop a comment down below. We really want to push the channel on. The bigger the channel gets, we will start doing odd project cars, and we'll give them away to you for free. No raffling, no money involved. We just want a massive channel at the end of the day. The bigger the channel gets, the better projects we can do, and we'll give them to you for free. Not all of them, because I might want to drive one. But yeah. Tell you what, if we get to 100,000 subscribers by Christmas, somebody can have the Turbo KA. We've got to 1 million, someone could have the TT. Yeah, the XR-TT. If we hit 1 million subscribers by Christmas, I'd give somebody that. True story. Where did you put the spanner, Lewis? Where did you put the spanner?
I haven't seen the spanner.
You've just tightened it up.
Oh, that spanner.